Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm now on day 7 walking in Castletown. I'm just going to walk around the area I mean, I lived here for a while now, so just to, change direction a bit. There's a bit of construction happening behind me as well. So I weighed myself this morning, and unfortunately my weight hasn't come down since yesterday. I'm still stuck on that 116 kg mark, and that could be for several reasons. So it's not about getting disheartened if you find that the next day you weigh yourself and you don't see that your weight's moved that much for whatever reason. It might be that I drank a lot of fluid, so there's a lot of fluid, water retention. It might be that I don't know, muscle increase. The muscle also weighs and stuff, so I haven't quite took a body composition to give you that update. So pretty much, the weight's still the same, 116 kg. It might have gone down just a gram or so. I mean, I didn't quite look at the exact amount, but it's still in that range, 116 kilograms. But I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep on going. I'm going to commit to those 100 days, inshallah. May Allah keep me healthy enough to keep going. So I'm just giving you a show around of the whole area. There's a castle behind me. This is the front in Castletown, as you can see. And there's the harbour there. There's boats. One day, inshallah, I'm planning to get a boat. I used to do sailing when I was much younger. I did the Royal Yacht Association levels. But I need to do that and get the yacht master and have my own yacht one day, inshallah. So I hope I do, first of all, achieve my health. Those 100 days are key to everything else in my life, because if I can do that, then I will be able to focus more clearly in my business. I'll be able to progress in my PhD research as well, and I'll be able to become a better servant to Allah, inshallah, and I'll be able to focus in prayer, focus on work, focus on my education. So it's really important. A healthy mind is in a healthy body, so that's all it is. So you have to look after your health, because as we age, naturally, your health does deteriorate, and it deteriorates a lot quicker than when you're younger. When you're younger, you have a high metabolism. You can eat or do whatever you want, and you still your body recovers. Although it's not wise to be careless with your health when you're younger. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying look after your health, invest your health, your youth, invest in your youth, in your health, because you're going to need it when you're older. So that's what it's all about. Don't focus too much about money. Money will chase you. People that chase money end up broke and end up poor anyway. Every single, I can't think of anyone that's ever chased money and is actually rich. They're all extremely poor in a dead-end job. But those who didn't care about all that, they focused on their passion, focused on their education, trying to improve themselves, learn new skills and that kind of stuff. Then the market values them more, because they can contribute more to the market, if that makes sense. Do you know what I'm saying? So this is what it's all about. For example, I went into software engineering. I enjoy software engineering, I enjoy programming, and this is a high demand area. IT in general, across the board, in all sectors of IT, there is a huge demand for software engineers. Therefore, I was able to, get like a raise every single year, as much as 20%, maybe even up to 50% more than the previous year. Now, this is kind of like unheard of. If you think about your job, for example, you'll be lucky if you get like a 5% raise. How could you get 20, 50%, even 100% bonus? How could you do that? The way I did it is I worked somewhere a few months, then I floated my CV around the market. I just put it online. Here you go, here's my skills. This is now I've got a bit more experience. How much would the market value me? So then I started getting approached by several companies, and then they started giving me offers. Then I looked at the offers, said, okay, maybe it's good, same as what I'm getting right now. I'll wait a little bit longer. A few months later, maybe a year, put this another updated CV out. I've got now 1 year experience. What's my value? And then you see it, and you might see that actually someone's prepared to pay you extra 10%. Now you might jump ship and go say, okay, I've got 1 year experience here. I've learned pretty much. I need more experience, more knowledge. You might move on, and so on, until you get to the point where you got enough experience, you got enough confidence. Now you're building ideas. You're learning from other people's mistakes. So when you work in a company, for example, as an employee, they're paying you a salary, but they're facing challenges, and you're solving these challenges, you're solving these problems, you're constantly getting problems, especially in a big company. So you're learning from them, from their mistakes. And you might discover a niche while you're working. That's one thing. Or you might already have a business idea in mind, and then at some point in the future, maybe after 5 years, maybe 7 years, 10 years, doesn't matter, now you've got experience with several clients, several companies, then you could become a consultant, and then you can charge much more. As an employee, for example, I could be getting maybe £70,000, maybe £100,000 salary. As a consultant, you can easily double that. You can easily double that amount. You can easily be going out there making yourself 200,000 as a contractor, okay? And also you save on the tax bit as well. If you're an employee and you're earning 100,000, then you still need to consider your national insurance, your tax. That all gets chopped off. By the end of the day, you'll be lucky if you're left with 50,000. So you're lucky if you end up getting 50,000 in your bank at the end of the year net. But as self-employed, you can easily be billing clients, 200, £250,000 a year just by yourself, and then from there you can easily net 200,000, even if you have high expenses and whatever. You maybe got an office and hired someone, so you can easily have a business that nets 150,000. So you're still overall better, triple net. When you look at the net, you're triple better. Even if you're extremely bad and first year and you're trying to undercut the market and you charge ridiculously low rates, you're undervaluing yourself. You can still net a decent 100 grand a year after all expenses. So yeah, definitely I advise you to seek out and become your own boss for a start. And of course, when you're self-employed, if you're a consultant or a lawyer or accountant, whatever, or a software engineer like me, what I can tell you is it's not the end. It's not like, okay, this is your ultimate goal in life, is to just do that, because that is not your full potential. Your full potential is set up a proper business now to build the passive income, where you're making money of other people's productivity. Other people are working, you're providing other people employment, and in that process they're making a decent income. You're helping others, and you're getting a small percentage. You are a fraction of of the whole thing. So you're like an agent. You have so many other consultants working, providing a service. You could be the manager. Maybe you do 1 day a week, check up on everyone, and you're still getting a small percentage of a large amount of consultants. And that's how you start to make, not from hundreds, you know, 500,000, whatever. You're going from that, you go from hundreds to millions. So that's how you build up a business. Or you might potentially be looking at maybe setting up a system, a system that works, and it's working 24/7 like a platform, and you make a small transactional fee, you know, commission, that kind of stuff, or anything, advertising, whichever, depends on your revenue model. From that's how your business will be growing. Of course, you're going to have some sort of staff to moderators and all that stuff as well. You could always use AI, but let's just say, yep, you hire a few other people. Still, the business is growing passively, and you could be in the middle of the ocean with a yacht somewhere, or going out, you know, devoting your time to help those who are in need. You know, invest your time in other ways, whether it's to learn more about religion, learn more about Islam and so on, or contribute your time to help others, build schools, build mosques, build you know, factories for people as well to work in, you know, do a lot of stuff, invest in other businesses. So you can always use that to do something productive elsewhere. So yeah, that's the way to do it. Either you get your, you know, people are working, either you're exchanging your time for money, okay, which is the worst kind of way to make money, is to exchange your time, because you're only limited amount of time, you only have 24 hours a day. Or you can get people to work, so everyone can sort of, you have 10 people, each of them doing 8 hours a day. 10 of them is 80 hours, so 80 hours is invested in your business to build your business. Okay, exactly the same way. Just crossing over. Okay, so you can have people to going to work, or you can set up a system, like I said, a platform, and that could be working 24/7, and that will also generate you a handsome income as well, inshallah. And last but not least, also you can have money going to work for you. So you can invest your money, not put your money in a bank to earn interest, because, you know, I hope it's clear to all the Muslims at least that interest, riba, in all its forms, whether it's a mortgage, whether it's a loan from a bank, whether it's a saving account, bond, you know, there's one thing, what they call it in Egypt, they call it I can't remember the word in Arabic. I can't remember. If I remember the word, I'll tell you. But yeah, it's very popular, for example, in Egypt, and a lot of people, they put their money in these things, and they're completely haram. So majority of Egyptians that invest in these shahadat, or what, I can't remember what it's called exactly, they're all haram. They have these certificates where, like, their insurance, so CFTs in English, and also they have bonds, haram bonds, of course, they're not halal. There is a different form called sukuk, which is completely different. It's not so popular, for example, in countries, you know, like for individual retailers. So yeah, so they're more for institutions, but most of the vast majority, you can count on it. If you're someone that's saving money in a bank in Egypt, it's 100% haram. If you're earning interest from any of these forms of savings or bonds and whatever, and likewise in the UK, you know, so avoid all these interest-bearing bonds, you know, fixed income. There's no such thing as fixed income in Islam. There's no such thing. So you hear the word fixed income, like bonds and certificates and all that stuff. Warrants, yeah, just avoid it completely. Walk away from it. Even if they say it's by an Islamic bank or Sharia compliant, it's all nonsense. I can tell you that as an insider. It's all nonsense. They are trying to make like haram meat halal by just reading, like a dead meat, and they say Bismillah on it, it becomes halal. It doesn't work that way.